Rachel, I wanted to show you how to do this eye of round roast. However, you're asleep. Young people sleep during the daylight and they're up at night. But anyway, rather than wait till you got up, I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do this. And I would practice with the GoPro while I'm at it. So this is my first video. And anyway, let's get to it. Eye of round roast. All right, well, there she is in all her radiant beauty. This is a 4-pound eye of round roast. And if you'll notice on this side here, this is the actual outside of the side of the beef. And this is not really fat. This is kind of a mixture of fat and tallow and all kinds of things like that. That really is not going to help us. The spice won't penetrate through that, and we're going to just remove that. As you can see, we've got the majority of the silver skin and tallow and really thick fat off the roast. We had some on the back and we had some on the side, but if you use a really sharp knife and kind of cut between the skin and the meat with the very tip, it goes pretty quick. Just practice knife safety. And anyway, I think we're ready to move on to the seasoning portion. Time to season the meat now. It's chef's choice here. Whatever you feel comfortable with seasoning the meat with, it's fine. Just know that we're seasoning beforehand, so a lot of seasoning will cook off. Now, I'm choosing this time to go with the Tony Chachere's More Spice. I think that's one of your favorites. I will put that on there, and I'm going to go pretty heavy with this because a lot of this will cook out. It seems that Hobart Death Fangs wants to help with the seasoning of the meat. But I've already finished, Hobart. I thank you for your help. But here we go. We've got the meat seasoned up. I kind of went heavy with the seasoning. And of course, the next thing will be prepping our smoker. All right. It looks like an excellent day to grill. Or in our case, slow smoke some meat. So what we've done is we've pulled out a heavy-duty extension cord, which I would recommend with a smoker because they do pull some amps. It's got a substantial element in there, and we've plugged it in, and we're gonna turn. We're gonna go to medium on the control, and that should start warming up there. Now, I have since washed out the wood chip pan. So we're going to insert that right inside there like that. And I've been soaking some wood chips. Now these are pecan pieces of wood, just from our wood pile. Anyway, got them soaking in there in water, and I'm just going to put a small handful. Let's not get crazy with this. And we'll just put that right in there. We'll put that kind of on the sides. And we'll go with that. Now, it's been a while since I've used this, since last year. I have washed off our grill, and I could go for the top, but let's go with the middle area for that. Yes, griller extraordinaire, Hobart Death Fangs. He's good help in the kitchen. Hobart thinks it's ready to go on, so here we go. Gonna put that right in the center there now. But anyway, let's go ahead and put the lid on. Let's let it we'll open the vents all the way. Now we'll set the timer on our phone, and let's give this 2 hours on the first check. Well, the hog beast came out, and she says, where's the meat? And she's kind of taking up residence right here next to the roast. So I just checked the meat, and I put the thermometer in it. You can see the glistening spots. Well, that's because the thermometer went in right there. We're at like 175, which I kind of hope to take it out at 165. So we are definitely done. It's a beautiful thing. We're back inside with the meat, and normally you'd want to tent this with aluminum foil and let it rest for 5 minutes, but it being a 4-pound roast, we're going to let it actually rest a little longer than that. So we'll be covering it with aluminum foil, and normally you couldn't do that with just one hand, but just loosely tenting, and that's it. It's time to cut the meat. Unfortunately, I can't cut the meat and film the meat at the same time.
You want me to film your meat cutting?
Yes, sir. I want you to film my meat cutting. Mike has agreed to film the meat cutting. So here we go. Well, as you can see, it is not the bright pinky color that we had hoped for. It could taste quite well and still be that brown color. There's some juice right there. Juice. Yeah, so let's see what we got here. Okay, even though it went further cooked than I would prefer it to be, it's still quite good. Mike?
Yeah. They're good.
The eye brown roast. I added Tony Chachere's a second time during the cook when I added the garlic spread. And in truth, that probably made it a little spicy on the outside pieces. The bark is quite good, but if you're not into spicy, that second addition of the spice was probably a little much. You know, I was alarmed to see that it went 175, and you can see there's no pink left in the meat. It's on the well done side, but yet there was still moisture in it. It was still juicy on one end. So I think 2.5 hours might be the ticket, and that's basically it. So that is eye brown roast.